Hey everybody, and welcome back to Elden Ring. This shot looks so cool, my god. I can't believe I never thought to begin a video on the Roundtable until now. Last time we did dungeons and caves galore. We did the French folk hero's grave, did these two caves down in Weeping Peninsula, almost called it Altus for some freaking reason. We explored the Ainsel River at the very end. We did Carian's study hall, though we're quickly stopped short by a staircase that was out of reach. I think there was a couple... I think there was like a... Yeah, we did Black Knight Catacombs as well. All of that stuff, and we're still not quite done yet with Liurnia. There's just so much to this place, what can I say? This time, at the very end of last time, we gave the black knife print we found from Black Knife Catacombs to Rogier, and he should be done inspecting them by now.
Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks.
Is the inside of your mouth all white?
Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Ranni. One of the children born to King Consort Radagon and his first wife, Rennala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Ranni truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long.
Destined Death is another name for the Rune of Death, which the Black Knife Assassin stole and used the power of to kill Godwyn the Golden, the first demigod to die, as death is not really a thing in this world. Ranni's whereabouts.
I have some idea of Ranni's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Ranni descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years. Ranni's whereabouts since the shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once, but I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born.
Why do you want a curse mark?
I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the order.
Alright. We're just getting dialogue option after dialogue option about Dee.
Yes, indeed.
It is called Lothric.
What drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage.
Well, pipe down, he's in the other room!
Some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to.
You can also quiet down so he doesn't hear you, maybe. Alright, so we have been pointed up to the big structure up in North Liurnia. This is actually North Liurnia because this part's slanted a little bit. I may save this for last in Liurnia. We have this region left to go, this down here, the two caves somewhere down here south, something I remember that exists here, and then this. Oh, and this plateau, but we can't find a way up there for right now, so we're gonna end up doing this before that plateau. That plateau is not explorable until much later. So I was thinking I'm probably gonna dedicate this video to more Liurnia romping, my favorite pastime. And one of my favorite things to do in this game. I do love the region after all. While I'm thinking of it, I guess I might as well show this. You can jump off the balcony and not die, thankfully. But down here, notice how the yellow bubble has left. If you're playing online, there's gonna be a lot of bloodstains down here. There is an NPC invader inside the Roundtable, Mad Tongue Alberic. He bows at you, and I think you can do it back to him as soon as you see it for the first time. But then he comes at you with a friggin' scythe. Okay. Friggin' Sister Free don't want to be over here, I see. He's inflicting frostbite. He also has that's a frost magic projectile, and he has the ability to avoid me. Do you have the ability to avoid Carian Slicer? It didn't seem like it, but you never know. Oh, that's a frosty mist. Okay, maybe I am not powerful enough for this. I thought I was. Yeah, that's frostbite. That's fine. Frostbite, the damage frostbite deals does not very much. I love the very calm and cool Roundtable Hold music playing in the background of this. It's got a flask. God damn it. There we go. I'm just using jump attacks. It's what seemed to go well against NPC battles like against Moongrum, Karian Knight. Alright, you doing the skill? Seems like the skill is hyper armor frames, or seemed that way anyway. But this does it? Oh my god, I'm killing him! Please say you only have one flask. Please. Yes! That was great. Karian Slicer saves the day yet again. This thing is so fun. I wonder what, like, the absolute pros who know the meta, who know the absolute best weapon think of Karian Slicer. Because, like, to me, it seems really powerful. But you never know. It might truly be one of the weakest things in the game, and I'm a fool for thinking that it's any good. I'm just having fun using it on my own. Taunter's Tongue. Because we needed another severed body part to carry around in our bag. Lures in invaders. This allows your world to be invaded without any furled finger cooperators present, and also shortens the interval between windows of opportunity for invasion. Additionally, it enables the arrival of a second invader to join when a cooperator is present. With 2 invaders, the maximum number of cooperators becomes 1. The way being invaded in Elden Ring works is kind of weird. In the past games, if you were in, like, human form or ember form or what have you, the whatever equivalent, you were being invaded by players. Like, you had no say in it. It was gonna happen. Assuming there was anyone playing online and actually looking to invade, which there always is. These games are popular. So, but Elden Ring has made this a lot more, I guess, a lot more beginner-friendly, which is good. I never liked the idea of being invaded myself, which is why I play the games offline for the most part. In order to be invaded by a player, you have to have a cooperator summoned in. You have to have a co-op player summoned in. If you're fine with just being invaded solo, you have to voluntarily use this. At that point, you might as well just find a red summon sign and summon someone in. Unless there are no red summon signs. I guess if you're interested in some invading PvP stuff, you can use that. I guess in a future multiplayer video, I'll probably use that from time to time to see who invades me. Anyway, in the meantime, we have the Cipher Pata. I really hope I'm not butchering this pronunciation. One of the weapons originating from the 2 fingers. A formless sequence of ciphers comprise its blade, and as such, no shield can repel it. Deals holy damage. The verdict inscription appears to hang in the air, the language of light spoken by the 2 fingers. I thought the 2 fingers just waggled around and Enya had to convert that into words, but I guess this is like writing. Unique skill, unblockable blade. Imbue the cipher blade with light, then launch forward with a sudden piercing attack. This attack cannot be blocked. I don't believe any NPC battles use that weapon against you, which is always nice. I think that's all that's down here, so I suppose we can use this thing to go back up. Again, there are those other rooms down in the round table, but shush, I'm going to ignore them for now. Let's teleport over to East Ray Lucaria Gate and get going up Bellum Highway. I'll try to make this quick, since I know that most of you might be itching for yet another dungeon. Yet another dungeon. I'm acting like I'm annoyed with it. But I have a strong feeling we're gonna be able to get into the manor north of the academy next video. I don't know if I've ever said its name. It is called Caria Manor. May as well just say that right now so I don't have to call it the academy to the manor to the north of the academy. Especially if I'm gonna make mistakes like that. There is a lot of knights riding horses around Bellum Highway, especially on the main road, so I'm actually not gonna engage with them too much. I tried fighting them once. They're a bit too much. This guy, though, I mean, come on. You think this guy compares to them at all? Nope. Down you go, down off the cliff where I can no longer get your loot. You can actually watch him fall all the way down there. That is so funny and cool. Man, check this place out. There's Caria Manor, right there, as I was just talking about it. It's just up the road there. There is more stuff behind it, and yet more stuff way above that. That looks like that looks like a giant worm rising out of the ground. Like, those look like teeth on top there. And there's another freaking castle up there. There's so much in the lands between. Let's keep going, and watch my freaking step before I take a jump off a random cliff. That would be good to do. I want the Roa fruit. I'm trying to get to 999. If I can at the very least collect enough to start storing it, that would make me happy. I'll say, even though I find the majority of items in this game to be kind of useless, like there's only a few I've ever used, I still like having them. Even if I can't use most of the weapons, I still like being able to collect them and have them with me in my inventory. I can amass a collection of souvenirs from the place. It is one of the fun things about these games to me. Bellum Church has a statue of a Radagon at the end, like the Church of Pilgrimage, and has you yet again, Hyetta.
Oh, hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers. I would truly love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore. Please, could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
Well, sorry, but you're gonna have to go mad, because I don't have one. What, do I just find a Shibriri grape, and then I touch it with my fingerprint, and then my fingerprint is in it, and it's a fingerprint grape? In that case, aren't all of them fingerprint grapes? I don't know. The logic in this world makes no friggin' sense. Is this a sacred deer? It sure is. Let's go use it right away. So, I have actually decided to look up a bit of lore behind Hyetta, and it turns out my theory was correct. She is Irina, it's just that Irina's body is still down there in the Weeping Peninsula. But yeah, I mean, she's got the same clothes, the same voice. She doesn't appear until you complete Irina's quest and you find her dead in front of Edgar. More importantly, Edgar, when he spawned in as Edgar the Revenger, he had kind of gone into, like, the little frenzy flame mode. Remember that when we killed him, we got a Shibriri grape. We basically took his eye and gave it to Hyetta, aka Irina the sequel. I guess Irina's now her dead name, so yeah, sure, Hyetta. There's a knight here. I'm gonna go grab this real quick and then probably not stick around much longer. We can take out this foot soldier and then not do very much beyond that. Actually, no, we can kill these guys. What am I saying? Oh, you're putting magic race on that weapon of yours. But yes, even though I thought since Irina's body was still... Never mind, I'm done. There's a guy on horseback. We're done. Nope, there's two guys on horseback. That's a deal breaker. Bye. Bye. I thought because Irina's body was still down there that, that disproved my theory. But no, her body is just still down there. It's just that she's now up here as Hyetta at exactly the same time. It's a little weird thing. I kind of wish her body was gone from down there. It would make it so much cooler and make the connection a lot more satisfying to figure out for people. Oh god. Like, for me, in that time, you know, I think I would have preferred to have gone down Weeping Peninsula and seen that her body was gone, mysteriously. I think that would have been really cool, and it's a shame they didn't do that. Righto. Ahead is the road that is traveled. I was gonna say the road less traveled, but it is traveled a lot. Traveled by the enemies, that is. They have freaking... I don't know if those are catapults or trebuchets. There's apparently a difference, and there's a sizable chunk of people who care a lot about the difference for no real good reason. But yes, they do exist down there. They're being operated by yet more foot soldiers, so if I can sneak behind them, I can stop them before they even start firing at me. Looks like I'm going to be able to do successfully here. There's a monument down there, a collection of sword statues, so I would like to do that. These guys are resting. They haven't seen an opponent in such a long time. Little do they know, their enemy is right behind them. Oh, hold on. In I come on my shiny red and silver steed, ready to face off against any intruders. These guys' outfits are just like, they're so freaking... I don't know if garish isn't the right word, but they're just like, their outfits are just too much. Like, do you really need that giant feather coming out of your helmet? I know that's what knights did wear back in the day sometimes, back in the old medieval ages, but I don't know, it just makes you look like it just makes you look like a pompous asshole, in my opinion. Which is exactly why you like to kill them. Rune arc right there, and, oh. Okay, they're firing at me with one of those, their cat of trebuchets. There, I'll say both of them, so I can't possibly be wrong. Let's read this. The First Liurnian War. Radagon's glory burns as red as his hair. Alright, an entire monument dedicated to Radagon's hair. I've seen it all. Hello, Great Dragonfly. You better watch out. They're using cat of trebuchets around here. Another rune arc. Man, rune arcs just get more and more common as the game goes. Like, I've held up to like 30 of them at one time. Hello, I do not need you. Was that you operating this thing? How are you just sitting down? How are you operating this thing from the ground? That makes no freaking sense. Okay. Oh, that's dangerous. And so hard. What am I saying? The foot soldiers aren't freaking dangerous. Look at them. They just die in like 4 hits. And call that good. They don't put any effort in. Meanwhile, these guys are actually dangerous. There we go. I always, like, whenever I get hit, I always tend to press B on instinct in order to, you know, retreat, regroup, and that usually leads to me being killed. So, be patient. If you get hit, watch out for another attack. But do not dodge hastily. It will not be good for you. For you or your character. Excuse me, stop locking onto the goat! That's not what's fighting me right now. What? Why is the game refusing to lock onto him? Oh, wait, you sounded an alarm, didn't you? I heard a horn faintly, and now you're here. Please do not summon the other knights on the horses, please, please, please. It seems like you didn't. If they are summoned, then where are they? Seems like they don't really give much of a shit about this ward of the, about this section of the battlements, I guess. The fortress. The impassable fortress that I have definitely passed by very easily. I tried to pick that up by pressing B. I'm used to Breath of the Wild, even though I literally haven't played Breath of the Wild for, like, the duration of this playthrough. Hello, giant structure. That looks amazing. Man, imagine back in the day. This probably used to be a lot more bustling. There's even a ramp in the middle for the horses or the carriages. Great details. Love them. Dragon wound grease. I haven't seen a dragon in a while, but if I suppose I could try it out. I mean, there's no reason for me not to try it out. If I'm fighting a dragon, I may as well use something dragons are weak to. That was kind of embarrassing. I don't really think there's anything on the statues to the side, so let's just head straight in. There is a site of grace in here, and I think it is good to get this one for where I'm going to be going next. So I'm going to be going to the eastern side here, and this site of grace is closer than any grace down around that area, which I don't think there are any, so yeah. So then, yes, this is very much the closest grace, by default. Why are you facing the wall? There's something a lot more interesting to be looking at all day in the afterlife.
It's there, somewhere. Another path leading back to the foot of the Erd Tree. An ancient tunnel.
We've heard about this ancient tunnel in a few spots. I think there was something I read last time that gave another hint to its existence, and we also spoke to Raya in episode 9, who mentioned it. That there is a way up to the Altus Plateau other than this grand lift. However, in my personal opinion, the Grand Lift is much cooler, so I'm going to be doing this eventually when I have both halves of the medallion. I do not have both halves of the medallion, so we continue the search to find the other half. Anything on these side areas? I love these little garden beds with a tree, though. Like, they definitely use this space to put this space to good use. They didn't just make a bunch of fancy stonework and be like, let's put absolutely nothing cool in there. Just make it a bunch of stone, because the stone is fancy enough. Now, they put some plants in there, and I quite like that. Alright, we got some golden sunflowers that are facing the Erd Tree. They got the direction, but they unfortunately grew in front of a rock. Kind of unfortunate for them. I already said that it was unfortunate by saying unfortunately, so why am I saying it's unfortunate again? Redundancy is my specialty! You know, I've gotten this far in life, and I still have yet to try tea. Like, I've had plenty of opportunities to do so, but I've just never tried it. And it wasn't until kind of recently that I learned tea has caffeine in it, and so it's an alternative to coffee for that reason. I just thought people were drinking it because it was tasty, but it actually does have caffeine, and then there's a reason to drink it outside of taste. That's how I treat most drinks, is like, I drink it because it tastes good. Did you see my eyes burning there? That's because... my eyes! Oh, God, yeah. Stand out in the open long enough in view of this tower, and a freaking frenzied flame thing will appear at the top of it, give you madness, and drain your health. It's really dangerous, and so as a result, I gotta kill this rat. Kill the rat, kill the rat, kill the rat. The rat's also inflicting madness on me. Fuck, I didn't think you were attacking. That's the wrong flash. Shit. We're fine. The rat doesn't take the advantage to hit me while I'm healing. Okay. I don't know the best way to do this. I kind of just bullied my way through in my first playthrough. I think I also had a little bit of a stronger weapon and a little bit of a more reliable attack. There's a certain thing I'm referring to there. Oh god, even Torrent's taking damage. I'm so sorry, Torrent. We have to endure it, though. We have to. You have to in order to get up here. There's a little shortcut that'll take you up to the platform it's on with bird bolts. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I'm still getting hurt by it. All right, stay under here. Stay under here. It's burning real hot. Down it goes for now. Do I have any? Oh, do I have any Nope. Do I have the recipe? Nope. I don't have any of like the boluses that combats this status effect, so I just have to sit down here and wait. It's nighttime apparently. I did see that it was sunset, but is this gonna hurt me? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, get back here. Get back here. Madness is gonna. It won't do much, but it will stun me for a really long time. It'll also damage me and take away some FP. I think this thing goes out on like a little cooldown timer, so when it's down, then wake me up. Something go. It's really only the go that has anything to do with the situation. Climb past the rats. Past the rats. If you do get hit a lot while climbing a ladder, you will be knocked down. Thankfully, that did not happen. I think the most trouble I had with this tower were those rats at the bottom. I kept trying to clear them out, and they kept killing me. So I just decided to run past them, and it seems to work, because here we are at the top. Die, everyone die. Shut up. Stop your party. Stop your stupid party. It's making everyone all crazy. Like me right now. No. Oh my god. That was close. Yeah, that's how the stun lock from Madness could screw you. Holy shit. I am at 34 health. Let's make that, what is it now? 704, yeah. With them dead, I believe this never reappears. I don't believe they respawn, thus the effect is done for good. Thankfully. Howl of Shabriri. If it's got anything to do with that, no thanks. Releases a maddening shriek that causes madness buildup in foes nearby. This incantation also causes madness buildup in the caster, and makes enemies more likely to target them. It is said that the sickness of the Flame of Frenzy began with Shabriri, the most reviled man in all history. I think Shabriri is also the name of, like, a real-life legendary creature. The demon of, I can't remember what it is at the moment, but it's, like, the name of some demon in real-life legends. I think it's in, like, Jewish folktales, right? I don't know. I'm being attacked by rats at the moment. It's kind of hard to remember certain facts from me being attacked by mutant frenzied rats in a video game. All right. There we go. We fought these same rats back in the Ailing Village in Weeping Peninsula, which goes to show the Ailing Village was another place that fell to the frenzied flame that we've been hearing a little bit about, and so far have been having really bad experiences with. Thank you for those flasks back. That was really nice. These wolves appear to be immune to it. I don't believe they're afflicted at all. They don't have yellow eyes. They're just wolves. Did you know they're wolves? Wolves are also dogs, I guess. I guess. There is a grace right here. Man, if only I knew about this grace my first playthrough. This is a much better grace for attacking the tower, so you might want to come here and get this one first before doing that ever again. Now let me rest to see if they really do disappear for good. Then let me check. Nope, I'm nowhere near being able to level up. It costs 16,000 now. Hello, Rise. I think I'll start with you. I think this is just a pathway that goes over there. I don't think it has anything else of note. Maybe a couple wolves and that's it. And an Erdleaf flower. Can't forget the Erdleaf flowers. Those are really important and are most definitely not found everywhere in the world. I'm gonna inflict this because I'm so tired of fighting you guys. This guy is, strangely enough, a permanent kill, so you can come over and kill him all you want, and you will be rewarded for it by never having to fight him again, thankfully. Let me just kill you and switch to Carian Slicer, my favorite. Go. Gotta go fast. Sonic, go fast. Sonic, go faster. I like how gotta go fast is considered to be like Sonic's catchphrase and all, even though it was introduced unofficially in the opening to Sonic X. He never actually says it, I don't think. Maybe in one of the modern games he does. I haven't played Forces or Frontiers. Alright. Finish you off with the crush. Sorry, bud. At least the pain is all over now. That always sounds so creepy to say. even when I mean it and I'm just saying it to an enemy in a video game, I still feel kind of like, I don't want to say dirty, but kind of, I still feel evil for saying that. Hello, Michaelis Lily, down here. Now, let's see what dwells in the depths of this rise. Oh, sorry, Converted Fringe Tower. Hang on, what was this one called? Converted Tower. Sure, Converted Tower, Converted Fringe Tower. Big difference. To go along with the similar naming scheme, this one has the exact same puzzle as the other one. You need to unlock Erudition, and then you need to subject yourself to wearing a glintstone crown for a brief moment in time. Then you use it. The clown grows. No, the crown glows, and then the seal on the rise opens. Now, hold on. First of all, get this thing off of my face before I destroy my base. More importantly, is there a way in from outside, like there is with the converted tower? Can I cheat my way inside? There is this outer section, but it seems like no. It seems like the places you could jump to are way too high. There's no outer wall that encircles it, so this one you actually need to do the puzzle for. The other one, you don't. Into the library, the private study area. Outside of the study hall. Oh god, it's the final boss of the dungeon! Everybody watch out! This is gonna be an insane fight. This one attacks differently, at least. It spews out gas, which is honestly the more annoying of the two attacks that these things can do. Nowhere near difficult, though. Very far down in the difficulty scale. I'll be honest, it does not look like nighttime right now. Like, I'm kind of disappointed that Terraria is the only game that has the balls, I guess, to make its nighttime actually dark and hard to see in, because that game has a survival crafting thing going on, and so the very dark night times are very symbolic of that genre, as they are survival games and they like to mimic real life in that way. Cannon of Hyma and Gavel of Hyma. I was wondering when we were gonna find this. One of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy, drawn from the Conspectus of Hyma, the adjudicator to the Academy. This sorcery employs might as a means to quell conflict. Unfortunately, I think Cannon of Hyma's not the greatest thing. It's got a big explosive radius, but it costs a lot of FP for what it is. Gavel of Hyma, on the other hand, is really fun to use. Creates a magical great hammer and slams it down. Allows one follow-up attack. Correction, allows you to do as many follow-up attacks as you want. Drawn from the scholarly Conspectus of Hyma, the adjudicator of the Academy, the sorcery of might to quell conflict. But like, it's kind of weird to me that most adventure games, Elden Ring included, just use nighttime as daytime, but colored blue. And especially in moments like this, can you tell it's nighttime? Yeah, there are stars up there, but there are stars in Liurnia even in the daytime because of this place's whole, like, glintstone aesthetic, so yeah. It's a very minor complaint about adventure games to me, and I understand why the night times aren't dark. You want people to be able to see the game. Some players might have really bad screens, but still. Terraria is like the only game that has the nerve to actually make nighttime dark, and I like it. It stands out a lot in that game's case for it, and, you know, there's lots of light sources at your disposal that you can use. So it's not terrible. It doesn't make the game unplayable for people, unless it does. I've never heard of that, but maybe some people have had a lot of trouble playing that game because of that, in which case, yeah, that is kind of a shame. Maybe there could be, like, an optional mode to make the nighttime not as dark, and then everyone would start using that, and then the game wouldn't look as interesting in YouTube videos anymore, in just my opinion. Anyway, new landmark. Ailing Village 2. Electric Boogaloo, otherwise known as Frenzy Flame Village. Yeah, it's basically just Ailing Village again, except this time not in the middle of a forest. I say that there are trees around. Still, you know what I mean. It's not like in a very, very dense forest. We can see the sky from here. So, yeah. Glass Shard. Very engaging loot. I'm excited to fight all you guys. There we go. Frenzied's Cookbook. 1. I totally forgot. They cook. They have cookbooks. Probably not very much. I'm betting this just has one thing. Yep. Clarifying boluses. Okay. If I'm getting this correctly, left by those afflicted by the madness of the flame of frenzy. These guys are all afflicted by frenzy. willingly, and yet they have a cookbook that tells you how to make boluses that stop you from being afflicted by madness. Maybe they don't actually like being afflicted by madness, and they're like, hey, here's how to cook these special items that make you unafflicted by madness for a while. But yes, we have now unlocked the recipe for clarifying boluses. I was alluding to these earlier, but, and here they are now. Hey, guys and gals, it's me, Mutahar. I keep saying that. I gotta stop. You all have Frenzied Flame in you, so I'm going to Carian Slicer all of you to death before you have a chance to do anything. Take that. That Kukulin Stone did nothing to me, even though it very much should have done something. I have no idea how it didn't do anything. Honestly, that was, I didn't even take any damage. That went way too well. Shabriri's Woe. If you remember, this is one of the keepsakes you get upon starting the game. You get the option to pick. And it just increases enemies' aggression to you. It is said that the man named Shabriri had his eyes gouged out as punishment for the crime of slander, and with time, the blight of the Flame of Frenzy came to dwell in the empty sockets. So I guess if you're blind, the Flame of Frenzy takes over you, and that's why Irina's kind of like going down that same path in her new identity as Hyetta. I should freaking call her Hyetta if she wants me to. So there is actually a use for this that I didn't fully understand at the time when I was like, this thing's useless. Why would you ever pick this? If you are fighting a battle with a summon, with a Spirit Asher and NPC summon who is usually able to tank a lot of damage, if you'd rather have the boss focus on you and then like have the summon hit them a lot and have the boss focus on you so that your summon isn't taking as much damage, you can just focus on dodging and you don't really have to attack, the Shabriri's Woe could help with that. Judging by its more like detailed wiki description, that seems to be a use for it. Then again, I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. You can actually use Torrent here. I'm not used to being able to use Torrent just because of Einzel River from last time and all the freaking dungeons I did last time, and I was never able to use Torrent in any of them. I think we've explored most of the houses. I'm gonna do a quick run around. Oh, I missed something over in this corner. Note, the Lord of Frenzied Flame. Can I find him and kill him? Beneath Landel, at the very bottom, lies our Lord, Lord of the Frenzied, the Three Fingers, who holds us in thrall. Landel is the name of the capital which Gideon Ofnir directed us to after we got the second Great Rune. So, underneath that somewhere is the Lord of Frenzied Flame, I guess. I love how the open world is just absolutely littered with skulls. Like, where do these things keep coming from? They are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Yet, I guess it's supposedly from other players who die. Maybe that's the idea. But they still appear even when offline. It would be cool if a skull occasionally contained something more dropped from another player. It would be like Elden Ring's version of having vagrants. If you don't know, vagrants are like this little cool online feature in Dark Souls 1 where if a player drops a bunch of humanity upon death, if they lose a bloodstain that contains 5 humanity in it, because you can also drop humanity in addition to souls upon death in that game, it has a chance of being sent to someone else's game, or no, it actually is sent to someone else's game as a vagrant, this little entity that spawns into that player's game, and if they kill it, it'll drop a humanity for them. It's a really, really cool system. There's a lot to it, and there's also a lot of other fun online features that in Dark Souls 1 that never returned in later games. Real quick, though, what do you have to say? You Frenzied Flame person?
Ah, Lord Vike. It seems that you were no lord after all. And where is he? Our true lord, our lord of Frenzied Flame. We beg of you, incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. May chaos take the world.
The Lord of Frenzied Flame is under Landel. Haven't you heard? I was just talking about that. I don't know if I should have told you that. To be honest, I kind of don't agree with your beliefs there. What do we have? More yellow embers. More grapes that, like, died out. So yellow embers are the remains of Shabriri grapes, I would assume. More Eye of Yellow. Yellow. And I was forced off of Torrent. This might be a tricky battle coming up. I remember this one. This one's kind of hard, and I think it might be a mistake to tackle him this early on. We'll find out. Festering Fingerprint Vike. Hey, do you know anything about fingerprint grapes? Oh, God! Yeah. I wasn't wrong. This is a really hard battle. Hello? Cerulean Scarab. I hear a second one. We'll check it out in a bit. Let's go. Festering Fingerprint Vike. Shit. Oh, God. This is gonna be rough. He's got a lot of, like, you know, attacks like that that inflict madness. It's gonna be hard. Yo, okay. That's Howl of Shabriri, I believe. It's raising his attack power, which is unfortunate for us. I can't exactly take too much more damage from him. Oh, God. I believe he could honestly one-shot me from this. Oh, great. He's using a spear. I need to not dodge away from him then. Except when he swings it like that, then dodging away might actually be better. I don't know. It's hard to say. Get away from that. Go. Stop. Okay. I get it. You're mad. You want to inflict your madness on everyone else. Please stop. I don't need or want madness. Fuck you. Yeah. Stun lock. Enemies do it to me all the time. Why am I never allowed to do it back to enemies? He's got a flask. In the past games, there was an item that you could use to That's fun. I love that. There's an item you could use to prevent people from healing with things. Okay. I see the tell for that now. I wasn't watching him before. He can charge it up too? Oh my God. Sir, please stay fucking still. I'm not staying still either, so he's just as mad as me as I am at him. Oh God. Okay, we're fine. This attack, you kind of just have to take some damage, I think. Like, there's not much that I can see that you can do about it. I've ran out of the thing buff. Ow, fuck you. I don't want to reapply it. I'm just kind of scared at the moment. I like to do this. There we go. I was trying to remember what I wanted to do. Buff my damage in a different way. There we go. Nice. Oh my God. Stay fucking still, why don't you? My damage is not being buffed. That damage is not being buffed with the flask. He's gonna kill me. Yeah, especially if he does that. It's impossible to tell the difference between his stupid attacks. It's not impossible. I'm just impatient. I'm too frustrated to learn that. There we go. Festering Fingerprint Vike goes down. Out of focus in the last couple seconds. Fingerprint Grape. We found one. And Vike's War Spear. I believe Vike is the character on the front cover of the game. He's who you see kneeling down beneath the symbol of the Elden Ring in the sky. War Spear singed and blistered by fingers, used by Vike, Knight of the Roundtable Hold. God, can I say any words? Like Vike himself, it has been tormented by the yellow flame of frenzy from within. Be the sphere of flame frenzy and leap forwards, plunging on the ground and setting off a maddening explosion. Skill inflicts both the enemy and the user with madness. Madness. Except it didn't seem like madness did anything to him, which is stupid. But anyway, your Church of Inhibitions tend to psych you out in the end. I know, you know. I don't know many songs, but TV show openings, I know a couple of those. And even then, I don't know many of them because, like, I've not watched a TV show aside from JoJo in the last, like, year. So, man, I am glad that you were wearing 2 layers of those. Because I just took your first layer and you keep the rest on. I'll check that out in a bit. For now, we got yet another Sacred Tear, so we may as well use it. 2 Sacred Tears in one video. The pacing of the healing items can be a little weird sometimes, but at least you don't get all of them until, like, towards the very end of the game. Finger Maiden Fillet? That sounds like a dish. The maidens live to serve a chosen tarnish, sharing their guidance and the wisdom of the 2 fingers. The guidance of grace would ensure that the pair be brought together, or at least such was the promise long ago. Now the 2 fingers look dead inside and outside, even though they very clearly aren't. And they're not really tired of it either. They're not like all old and rotten and tired. Can I level up yet? No, I need 16,000, don't I? Man, we're just short. Runes are so hard to come by in the open world. Now I see why so many people are just like, are not that thrilled by replaying the open world of this game, just because there's, not only is there so much shit to do, but you don't get a lot of levels out of it. We will be getting a lot of levels as we keep going, but it's mainly from dungeons, mainly from bosses that give the most runes. And also the golden rune items that you might use on occasion. I say might because I'm personally not using them yet. Oh, Roa fruit, hold on. I'm keeping true to my personality. Hello, plant. These plants are also afflicted with frenzy. They breathe frenzy gas at you, or madness gas at you, instead of poison. And you are something special. Oh, there's rats guarding you. Oh, there's rats guarding you. Can I have you first, though? There we go, thank you. Frenzied Burst, that one was glowing yellow. Man, frenzy, 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 frenzy. Everyone's all in a frenzy. Let's get all in a frenzy and look at these frenzied items. And then let's go home and eat some frenzied cake for frenzied dessert. For some people, this is the only way that they make friends. I don't know. That was the best I had. That's the best rat killing commentary that I could conjure up at this time. Are you eating your fallen child? What the hell is that? Did you see him like dragging up the body with it? All right, then down you go. I've now upgraded my flask so much that it heals my entire health bar again. That is really funny. That will stop happening once I actually get the chance to raise vigor, but if I keep exploring the open world way too freaking much, I'll never get that chance. Roll a fruit. Row a fruit. I already made this joke once before, so I will stop right there. Cluster of Grays, just gonna grab the golden runes, and then I'm gonna leave because there's nothing much else to see here. You are using the far weaker projectile attacks that the flowers in Limgrave did. There were flowers down in the lake that used a much stronger projectile attack since, you know, it actually came after me. Unlike those ones where it's just placed down in a zone and then that's it. I believe that is it for this region of Liurnia. I mean, that's all the major stuff. There might be some, like, rare material somewhere. Oh, an arterial leaf hidden on a ledge here. Maybe I can find a way to drop back down to Bellum Highway. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we cleared out Bellum Highway in general. Bellum Highway is not only this, but it also includes the Frenzied Flame. It also includes the areas up here. I think this is the only way you can approach this stuff. This down here is the old palace ruins we explored back in episode 11, and there was no way to get up this cliff. We are now up on top of that cliff. So that is that question answered. I'm thinking I'm gonna see what's at the southern tip of this thing, if there's anything I may have missed as I briefly drove by the caves, or the graves, I mean, not the caves. And then, speaking of the caves, we're gonna head south and find the 2 caves down there and do them. Why not? Oh man, I forgot how this place looked like in clear weather. It rains all the time here. That's probably my only issue with Liurnia. And even then, it's not that big of an issue, because it's still just a great region in general. Righto, you probably expected a cave or something special to be down here in this little divot, this cul-de-sac, I guess. And yes, indeed, there is one. There's also a poison heart down there. Stay out of the way of that. There's a ledge that goes up to some bats that I see flapping about, enjoying their day, but I don't think there's anything important there. You know what is important, though? Jellyfish. And an arterial, hi, lobster. All right, we'll just drive right past the lobster and get into this here cave. Pull out the lantern to light our way. Oh, look at all these roots. I guess there is a grove above us. That makes sense. Stillwater Cave. There's a town near where I live known as Stillwater. Stillwater is nowhere near this poisonous, though, because, yeah, this is another poison water cave. I think there's less of it overall than, what was it, Tombsword Cave down in Weeping Peninsula, but it's still there. So, don't step in the poison water. Fun fact, fun tip. That's what passes for advice on this channel. Hello. Down you go. And more of you poison guys, more of you mushroom poison men things. Maybe you're not men, I don't know. Hello, you are breathing a ton of poison. What else would I expect from a poison cave? I don't know why I said hello to you. We've seen that enemy type before, and we've seen them do that attack before. They're not at all special in any way whatsoever. Let's use that right away. I believe the poison timer is always 3 minutes, You always have poison for 3 minutes if you, no matter how much poison resistance or how much immunity you have currently. And speaking of resistances, if I may pull up the stats screen real quick. You might be a little confused with those two numbers down under the resistances. Like there's the one before the slash and the one after the slash. I think the one after the slash is how much resistance you are being given by armor. Yes, as you could see, with only one piece of armor on, you can see that the numbers down there match the numbers that this armor gives. So yes, that is how much resistance you are being given by the armor you wear. And then the other one is your total, combined with your base resistances, which are determined by your level, I believe. I don't think they're determined by anything else. Sage hood, robe, and trousers. Looks kind of similar to the red-hooded guys from Stormvale, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a sage set. It's none of the starting classes. I think it's just it's just an armor set. Oh god, there's nothing special about it. Of course you had to poison me. Oh, it's one of you. That makes sense. I thought it was the regular guys doing that. Okay, well, no reason to stay out of the poison water yet. I forgot to explain it last time, but the soap we picked up in Ainsel River, its main use is to clean poison or scarlet rot off of yourself if you roll in the poison or scarlet rot water. That is the purpose of soap. It isn't just to, like, take showers on the run, which, you know, that is another purpose of soap, is to do exactly that. I need to craft more boluses. Let's craft more boluses then. All 10. I'll take it. The only material I'm missing in that list is great dragonfly heads, so I usually like to head down to Limgrave and farm them since there are a lot of dragonflies down there. Let me take a look at some of these arrows. I've been picking up all sorts of different types of arrows. Loyal minions of the formless serpents. Their fangs are dealt with deadly poison, so they're poison and the arrows look like snakes. That's really cool. Difficult to remove once buried in flesh, causing appalling damage to the body. One of the most horrific weapons used in this shattering. Yeah, it looks like it is. The shattering, by the way, is the name of the war. It's kind of confusing. Like, I always thought that the shattering was referring to the shattering of the Elden Ring. But no, the shattering on its own is the war that came as a result of the shattering of the Elden Ring. Yeah. It's a little bit weird, but that is good to know. The intro did say that, but, I mean, the intro was an incomprehensible mess, let's be honest. When you first see it, like, you don't understand a single thing. You're given all this kind of character info and stuff. You're shown these characters, but given no context behind any of who they are or what they do. Just like, here's some people you can discover later on. And so it's easy to forget what the intros say. And it takes a couple viewings to actually understand what it's talking about. Great glintstone shard. Go on down and kill that guy for me. Thank you. 404, health bar not found. Mushroom guy not found. This seems to be happening a lot lately. It's kind of weird. Alright. Is there something through the poison water? I can check later. Like, you know what? Oh, Steak America. Maybe I do want to check the poison water here first. I don't want to have to, but I think I might have to. You know what? Let's try to stay up on the edges and let's... You might be wondering, like, why are you running through the poison gas? It's because this attack lasts for so long. If I don't run through it, I'm not going to be able to run through it for, like, 5 years. So, yeah. May as well get it out of the way now. Golden Rune level 4. Is that what I came over here for? 4, haha, pun. Very punny. Oh, look at you doing the stupid big breath attack that takes forever. Seriously, this attack is ridiculous. I honestly don't know how they made this and decided, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's put this in the game. Let's have a plant that breathes poison for like 30 seconds straight. I don't know why I'm not equipping poison to the pouch. I should do that real quick. As you can see, I rolled through the poison water earlier, so I have poison slowly going back up. I hope it does. Okay, no, the effect wore off. It wears off kind of fast, but if it isn't wearing off soon enough, use soap. Right. Oh yeah, I have those new spells. Can I actually use them, or do I need more intelligence first? Okay, hold on. Nope. Y'all are not killing me today. No killing me today. No, stop. Perfect. Okay. Just gonna teabag in place as I wait for my poison meter to go down. Oh god, I need 25 intelligence to use either of them. Well then, I guess we'll start leveling up intelligence pretty soon. I would like to level up vigor first, though. I want that health bar to get bigger. Alright, that's good enough. We got a boardwalk down here. This reminds me of a bog near where I live, and how one day in the past when I was younger, I stepped in the mud and got my shoe stuck in it. To the point that the mud literally took the shoe off of me. Like, it was that bad. That was not a very enjoyable experience at the time, even though I did come to appreciate the bog later on when I went through it again. First time, it kind of sucked, though. Oh, no. Out of here. You, sir, are really sad, apparently, because you do not give a crap. You know what? I'll leave you there. I'll leave you to it. You do you. I'm gonna pick up this... Stop poisoning me, for the love of God. This is the first poison grease we picked up. I'm gonna have to poison myself to get through this fog. Oh my god, this game. You cannot use jumping to abuse staying out of the water, even if you are technically out of the water in midair. The game still considers you to be inside of it if you just recently jumped out, so it'll still build up a little bit. Who do we have? Oh no. New enemy, Clean Rot Knight. Okay, these guys aren't that hard, in my experience anyway, but they have a moveset that is pretty fast and can be hard to get used to. So let me drink this. I think they're susceptible to Carian Slicer by a lot, so let's try that. They can send those spears along the round, a la Half-Light Spear of the Church from Dark Souls 3. Oh god. Nope. Nope. They can also stab you in the face a million times over. I think they're weak to jump attacks. Let me try that. Not necessarily weak to jump attacks. I have Scarlet Rot. That's the first time I've gotten Scarlet Rot. That's a fast poison. It's gonna kill me. Because I don't have the bolus for that, I don't think. Do I? I think I might. Yeah, they get staggered with that. Let's, no, I don't have the bolus for it. Crap. Those red boluses are for bleed. I better beat you quick then. Aren't you supposed to be Clean Rot Knight? Why do you inflict rot if you're just trying to clean the rot? Doesn't make any sense, buddy. I don't have any. I need to drink this to hopefully slow down the Scarlet Rot. I need to kill you like yesterday if I want to live. I'm probably not going to live though, which is the thing, yeah. No! Okay, that's a pretty fast attack, comes out of nowhere. I'm gonna die really soon. Oh! Come on! Stop guarding, you stupid! Alright. We'll do better next time. There is a Stake America, thankfully, so we do not have to go through that entire poison crap all over again. 6 flasks? And my strategy in mind? I bet you can't guess what my strategy is. Let's try this again. That is weirdly delayed. Okay, I want to stay out of the poison. You know... Also, if your name is Clean Rot Knight, you did a terrible job of cleaning the poison in here. Maybe you clean Scarlet Rot and replace it with poison? But why would you do that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out more later on. God damn you. Alright then, I guess it's time to work towards getting them. Seems to go really, really badly for me every time. Stop guarding. Okay, he can react with the little guard counter thing that isn't quite a guard counter because it doesn't play the same noise. Here's my strategy. You guessed it. Jump attacks, and only jump attacks, and nothing but jump attacks. It can seemingly do like the uppercut spear thing, grab attack thing at any time, and that's kind of scary. I remember Carian Slicer doing a great job against you, but maybe I remembered wrong. No, wait, I think I'm remembering a different spell. Carian Greatsword. I don't need to, like, be subtle about it. We have the spell. Okay, staying away from that. This is not these guys' strongest appearance by far, but, I mean, it's the first one we find, seemingly the first one you're intended to find. But it's a pretty formidable foe. I say that's a pretty good end to this cave. They make for a good boss at this point. Winged Sword Insignia! A talisman depicting a raised prosthetic blade, an honor bestowed upon the knights who fought alongside Liurnia the Severed. Raises attack power with successive attacks. Now, if I'm right about this and it's similar to Dark Souls 3's version of this, it's not as great as it sounds. You have to hit enemies like 5 times before your attack power gets actually raised, and then it's probably not raised by very much. And I guess maybe the twin blade could get use out of this if every individual hit is counted as an attack. But I don't know. The wings symbolize Liurnia and her undefeated prowess. Though she never knew relief from the accursed rot she was born into, her blade was forever beautiful and relentless. Alright, that's Stillwater Cave, and you know, part of me wonders if this cave was supposed to be a teaching lesson, a lesson to teach, because even if it is covered in poison, even if it is disgusting and it slowly kills everyone who stands inside of it, except for those mushroom people, it is still water. Cave number 2. Hello, Patches. Do you have anything new to say by any chance? I decided to stop by him on the way. What you spoke of? No, you don't have anything new. You don't even have anything interesting to buy. I guess I could buy the parrying dagger just to have the dagger that parries. Isn't that really cool, guys? Wait a minute, I should... Well, I can probably splurge on a few items. You don't have any stone sword keys. But I would like to spend the rest of it on leveling up, finally. Let's get that point in vigor. 25, 800 health exactly. That's pretty satisfying. And let's take a look. Oh, just barely shorter than the stamina bar still. And while I'm thinking of it, give me a bow. Oh, and I can't buy the rest of that. I can't sell anything to you either. Why can't you sell anything to them? That would be really convenient. You can only sell things to Hugh for some reason inside the round table. I would love the rest of the knight set, though. Took a bit of squishing some light into my heart, but we made it work. The knight set is now ours, which we can wear eventually. How are you keeping that fire running in the rain? I've seen much more wicked things in my life, like every single torch in a castle still being lit up in the rain. That castle is the academy. Hi guys, you're not worth my time. I gotta be honest, you're just not. But you know what is worth my time? A cave, right? Right, guys? You all agree with that, right? I believe we were directed this way by Gideon, actually. He was talking about the secret medallions, which I could have played the dialogue again to remind you all of it, but he was talking about finding the albinoric woman, and I think somewhere else pointed us in the direction of this cave. I can't remember exactly what, but here we are. And, oh god, I love this treasure chest. Open it up. Look, purple thing! Arterial leaf. Yay! That happens a lot, and I love how it's even in a chest in this one. Your reward for finding this hidden cave, Arterial Leaf! Aren't you excited? This cave is full of demi-humans, so you can tell it's going to be a very exciting venture. As the demi-humans are unable to do anything as I slaughter all of them because, wow, they're really easy. I think they did give me trouble my very first time fighting them, as I have mentioned previously, but not anymore, as you can see. As soon as you get a little bit good at this game, they become nothing to you. Okay, that was a decent chunk of health you took out. Maybe I should not speak too soon. Maybe I should not do that. Oh, hey guys. There's a smaller one. I don't think we've seen that type before. The smaller ones that run around all crazy. Like that. Like this guy, this little guy. He's even weaker in terms of health, but he makes up for it in speed, I guess. You're either a slow tank or a mobile... Well, some enemies in this game are also mobile tanks, but a mobile glass cannon. 3 hefty beast bones they were keeping up out of the way for that. I think hefty beast bones are stuff like, are dropped by, stuff like rune bears and similarly large beast men. Not of Farah Missoula, though. I don't think beast men of Farah Missoula drop anything, drop any kind of material. Hi. Alright, I'm not really that scared of fighting the chief. I'm a little bit more scared of fighting the chief, now that I'm now no longer scared of fighting the chief. I'm just gonna constantly update you on my status with how scared I am of fighting the chief. Come here, buddy, come here, buddy, come here, buddy. Okay, come here, nope. Okay, you almost got out of it. 404, health bar not found. Almost, it's almost going to be the case. 404! Stagger animation... found. I don't know. 404. Poise not found. There we go. There we go. Poise doesn't work with that. Whatever. Spear talisman. Let's take a look at that. That's not a helmet. Enhances the counterattacks that are unique to thrusting weapons. Great. We can't use it. Spears are standard weapons for soldiers in the lands between. They made it possible to respond to a ferocious foe with an equally ferocious counterattack. As I have learned by fighting many spear enemies in my days. I have not taken a look at the Sage's set yet. Oh, Attire of the wise sages who were deemed heretical, evidence that the wearer was driven from town. Then why would they ever wear it? I'm not really sure. Alright, thick burgundy robe. Amazing lore. I mean, I can't expect to get lore out of all of them. It's just, you know, especially when it's just some random clothing you find in a cave somewhere, but you never know with this game. The most mundane of an item can have some really interesting backstory, or perhaps even reveal an entire plot thread that is only told in two other locations, which are really hard to find in a game as open as this. So, I always want to look, and so when I don't get something, I end up going like, oh, okay. What, the item's just an item? There isn't a backstory to it? How could you? Liar! I know you're keeping the information from me somewhere. This is a weird little thing to drop down. This is another crystal cave. It's Lakeside Crystal Cave, I believe it was called. It's not like the crystal tunnels, because, I mean, we're not in a mine shaft, but it does have crystal snails. I mean, that makes sense. Crystal Cave has crystal snails, also has large crystals that you can climb around on, I think. Boom! Boom, boom. And then you. 5 throwing dag. Amazing. 5 throwing dag nabbits. That's what I say every time I find one of those. I don't think there are any illusory walls in here, but you never know. There's these suspicious looking dead ends that would be likely to contain one in previous Souls games, but not here. Crystal Cave Moss, Crystal Cave Moss. Let's do Glintstone Arc. Oh, get rid of all of them. Snail genocide. Yes, all snails will die. We shall have escargot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the wrong flask. I got very into my speech there that I mixed up my 2 flasks on accident. Sorry about that. My speech, more like my frenzy. I guess I'm kind of inheriting the frenzy flame a little bit, if that's how it is done. I don't know. I don't know quite how the frenzy flame infects you. Either, like, you pick it up as you go, as you progress in the game, something inflicts it on you. Or I think the other explanation is you just get really sad and angry, and so the frenzy flame is like, hey, you want to destroy everyone and everything in your path? Yes? Okay then, let's do it. And that's the story of the frenzy flame, basically. That, or so I understand it. Boom, 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 boom. Soft cotton. There's a little something with that I want to talk about. The soft cotton to refresh you is the tool that you can use to make your footsteps a little bit quieter, to increase your stealth capabilities, and to also reduce fall damage, or I actually think block fall damage completely, similar to the Longtail Cat Talisman, aside from 20-meter drops. Actually, before I get into this, I think we are this looks like a boss arena, and it is a boss arena. All right, Bloodhound Knight. Actually, we have fought this enemy before, so I can keep going with this. Okay, hold on. I don't know who I'm saying hold on to. The Bloodhound Knight, as I drink this. Okay. I've always thought, in games that, like, open games like this that have stealth mechanics and allow you to not wear shoes, I've always thought that not wearing shoes should decrease the sound of your footsteps, even if just by a little bit, because, like, it makes sense. Your footsteps are quieter without shoes on. That is just the truth. It does depend on what surface you stand on, technically, but still, it should be quieter. Now, it's entirely possible Elden Ring does do this as, like, a super hidden secret thing, but I don't know. It's always felt about the same to me, and, you know, stealth isn't that big of a thing in these games anyway, in the Souls games anyway. It's just kind of a thing in Elden Ring, but it's not that big of a mechanic. Alright? I'm doing decent against this. But, you know, in games like Breath of the Wild, I always thought, like, not having shoes should make me quieter. Obviously, it's not as quiet as, like, the actual really helpful stealth items, because then there would be no reason for those to exist, but just a bit quieter would be pretty cool. Alright. And then, boom. Nope. Ow. Ugh. I'm out of flasks, so I just need to evade him. Fuck. They always dash, like, so many times before they hit you, and it's really hard to see it coming. Oh, God. These guys do a whole lot of jumping away from you, and it's kind of annoying. Only kinda, though. Perfect. Are we gonna kill you? Yes! No need to die, and we'll drop all the way back down here past the snails. Cerulean Amber Medallion. We finally found it. Yes. I'm gonna... You know what? Let's put that on. I feel like my maximum FP is kind of lacking, so we'll do that. The same item description, but this is where you find it, which is very good to know. Welcome to the end of the cave. It exits out into this little area. And I love it down here. It looks so cozy. I love seeing the cliff walls and all the stuff down below and the sounds of the ocean. Were it up to me, and if it didn't have terrible internet as a consequence, or like terrible connections to anything else, I would totally want to live in an area like this. It would just feel so nice. Also, if it weren't for the threat of a landslide dropping me into the ocean and killing me, then yeah, I would totally want to live here. Unfortunately, whoever lived here had their house destroyed. I'm assuming that was you? Sorry about that.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Here's the medallion.
Do you speak true?
I didn't say anything.
So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I have no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me.
I think she is referring to Gideon Ofnir, because remember that when Nefeli helped me fight the Omen Killer, that caused Gideon Ofnir to get mad and like kick her out. So I think that was him who took over the village. Why? Did Marika tell you to? Is that what your Guidance of Grace told you to do? If you have Guidance of Grace? Why, Gideon?
The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Mikola's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Okay, real quick, I just want to mention, Lobo means wolf in Spanish. So she's saying, I'll have to leave behind my wolf. Wolf.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold.
We haven't been anywhere near there. Wow. We got a long way to go for you. I'm afraid it's gonna be a while.
Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
Forgive me, wolf. Latenna the Albinoric.
Call upon me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
We can now summon her as a Spirit Ash. I'm gonna get you upgraded as soon as I can. A rare case of one who chose to become a spirit voluntarily. Latenna was renowned as a deft magic archer, but having lost her beloved wolf companion, Wolf, she cannot move from the place where she was summoned. That's right, she is stationary and as a result tends to get hit and killed a lot more often than the average Spirit Ash, so she's not the absolute greatest Spirit Ash for that reason, but you never know, if there's some annoying section, I can always summon her in for it, you know, why not? That is the 2 caves in southern Liurnia. I believe with that, we don't have that much of Liurnia left to do. It's really just the northwestern stuff. For this Vicaria Manor up here, and this strip down below. I think to end off this video, let's check out this strip. While we're on the way, I do want to point out this little crevasse here, this little area. Not only because it is an example of a map change, the The map used to have a road going from here up this hill. In reality, that's a sheer rock face. There is not a road going up that, so they changed it to reflect that. Secondly, there is something important I would like to see there, so I shall head over there immediately. I put 2 markers there just to make absolute sure that that I would be done with this place. Actually, you know what? I just remembered there's one little section of Liurnia that we haven't been to yet. It's somewhere down this way. I will head there sometime. Dash across the water, away from the octopus that I'm now seeing. Down on the ledge below Caria Manor. I'm super far away from it. I should not be saying this right now, because if I'm gonna keep the build up, I guess I should just keep talking as I ride up to this place. Then again, I'm just kind of riding in a straight line without really much going on, so it looks kind of boring to many people. Maybe. I don't know. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying this playthrough so far? If you're watching this? If so, please let me know what you think, because this is kind of a unique playthrough for me. I've never tackled a game this big before. Even Hollow Knight wasn't nearly this big. Terraria kinda was. New enemy, Finger Creeper. Get out of my life. Finger Creepers come in many sizes. That is the smallest and thus the easiest to kill. Let's see. What dwells in the depths of my I've already said that. Finger Creepers also tend to hide under the ground and come up onto the surface to attack you like that. They're little like head crabs in that way. And as you can see, those look an awful lot like fingernails of a much bigger head. So let's pick up this intelligence not crystal tier and just get away with it. Or not actually have to worry because it's not being activated. We have completed the set of not crystal tiers. These aren't crystal tiers. They don't count. Raises intelligence by 10 points for 3 minutes. Same as the others. But really, really cool that we have all of them now. There is not one for arcane. Is there? Double check that editing me. Alright, we should be nearing the entrance to the little, I'll call it the river instead of the strip. I don't know, like, calling it the strip doesn't sound right, especially because, like, strip should pertain more to cities and stuff, right? Like the, you know, the Vegas Strip and all that. But, this is more like a river. It's a natural environment. I'm sorry if I do not exactly know all the names for every different geological structure in the world. It's just a bit of knowledge that I do not happen to possess, unlike some other people, potentially you, watching. Here it is! I like this. You're like surrounded by both sides. You're going through this canyon. I guess it's also known as a canyon. I just remembered the term canyon exists. Probably a lot more fitting for this than even river. Because even though canyons have rivers going through them, the canyon is describing the whole, like, you know, the whole thing itself, not just the water at the bottom. There's even an arch. There's, like, underpasses. This is really cool. There's also a lot of shadows because this is really far away from the sun. Both this and the village of Albinorix are really cool in that way. They're really shadowed since they're away from the sun. I just said that. Oh, you know what? This is an area of land I haven't been to, and I think there is a... This comes down from Bellum Highway, if I'm not mistaken. I totally forgot about this, and so I'm glad that I'm finding it now, because there is something important to find here. And no, you are not that important thing. Before you get all high and mighty about yourself, no, you are not that important thing. That freaking feather, those feathers coming out of your cap are just ridiculous. Like, at least the Knights of Godric had fewer... God damn it. You know, I've completely forgotten to point out those things. Those giant poison hearts. I mean, they're giant poison hearts. What can I say? Oh, there's some kind of special attack you can use on them. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something you can use on them to, like, instantly kill them. I don't know if I have that attack. Here, let me do the same thing, except mine comes from a staff, which means it's cooler, unlike yours. You rubbed grease on your weapon. I used a spell. That makes me the smarter of us two. And that makes you really, really stupid, and thus terrible at combat. Not really. I know he is technically better at combat than me. Then again, he is kind of not trying to avoid my attacks in any way whatsoever, aside from guarding on occasion. Righto, you were not the important thing. I don't think you even drop anything special. Let's continue up the road. You... miners? I do not remember this. Yeah, there's miners out here. These are the guys you find in tunnels, but they're out in the open world. You usually never see them out here. Okay. Well then, take it, I guess. I'll take those butterflies and move on. You know, I was just watching the first video recently where I was talking about, oh my god, the butterflies are burning alive. Let me actually check. Eternally burning butterfly. Okay, it kind of is. I mean, it's not dying, but it's still on fire. Here we go. Here's who I was talking about. The merchant.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
I'm not giving you any trouble. You sell 3 rune arcs. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 13 gives a Bone Great Arrow, Fletched, and Bone Ballista Bolt. What the hell is a Fletched Arrow? I'm so confused. Blue Crest Heater Shield. I think this is one of the shields that one of the starting classes give. And a Composite Bow. Sure, I don't have enough bows. I'll take that. Temporarily boost Robustness, which is for Bleed and something else. And Focus, which is for Sleep and Madness. Bleed and Frostbite. There it is. Found the name somewhere. Excuse me, Torrent. Get out here. This takes us... Oh! Right! I totally forgot to give you the grape, too! This was a good thing!
Grapes, which only grow on those who've been clasped
I found one.
Without one.
You're no longer going mad. I didn't read its description. Crap!
A fingerprint grape. Tried and true. What a wondrous thing. A fingerprint grape. Oh, how sweet. Yet, how it burns. Thank you. I've composed myself again. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
I believe that is all of the grapes you can give to her. We have succeeded in the side quest to find Shabriri grapes for Hayata. Pick up all those golden centipedes that were just sitting behind you and I missed them before.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden.
I don't know if that excites me or scares me, but either way, you do you. I'm glad I could be of some help to someone. Hello, there's a scarab over there, but I'm not planning to go over there yet. We'll get around to that scarab in the next video. Then past you guys should be more interesting stuff. Like Erdly flowers and fog. You know, really interesting stuff. Yeah, because I wasn't in Liurnia before or anything. This is Liurnia. That was a faker from before. Hello, Golden Seed. I'll pick you up, and then I'll avoid the rest of you, because you all move super slowly and aren't of no threat to me whatsoever. Another Site of Grace! I have seen a lot of them. Drive right through someone's house to pick up their smithing stone level 5, and then... light! Before I climb this ladder, I do want to see what's at the very end here. We are basically at the end here, though you can see some structures above us, especially if you look up. Then, at the end of the ground here, there is a scarab, so good thing I did this. What do you have for me? Ash of War, Barbaric Roar. We've already seen what Barbaric Roar does. Out of my freaking way! What gives you the right to attack that many times? You're just bats. You're not hard. Why were you hard, then? For no reason, other than to make me mad. And then make me kill you. You shouldn't have done that. I still kill him in 2 hits, even with the weaker pebble, so I'm gonna use this because it costs way less FP. Boom! Man, I always get FP kind of confused when it comes with, like, Paper Mario. I haven't played Paper Mario, but I watched a playthrough of it. That's very good, by a certain someone I've mentioned in the last video. In that game, your magic attacks are also called FP because in that game it's flower points. Here it's focus points. That's it. Just a scarab, some bats. Great. Real exciting. Real enthralling enemies here we have here. Let's pick up the smoldering butterflies and go on up. Actually, I think I want to rest here because if Site of Grace is out here, then there might not be another one for a while, so I'd like to fill that health back up. We have... ooh, Ravine Veiled Village. Cool. Ravine! That's also what you can call this. We have one of these things on the map. These usually mark the locations of caves. Either regular caves or mining tunnels. They never mark the location of catacombs. If I remember correctly, because catacombs have doors, so they wouldn't look like that from the outside. I think that's the logic they're going with. I don't know if it is or not, but, whatever. Hello, you there! Die! Go and die! Burn, you fiend! That's Yarnamites from Bloodborne, in Hemwick Charnel Lane. And, Yahargul Unseen Village. Welcome to this crystal tunnel, I think it's known as. I mean, there's crystals and it's a mining tunnel, so let's get started. This might be the last thing we do today. Might be. I'll have to see. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Fuck your life. Bing bong. Oh, God. More like fuck my life. There we go. There we ow. There we ow indeed. Okay, you were just about to attack. Can I get this place's name so I'm not calling it a crystal tunnel and just leaving it at that? Oh, God. I saw inside my legs. I saw the arteries and blood vessels. Because arteries are definitely separate from blood vessels, and they aren't just one of the two blood vessels, the other one being veins. I promise I know things. I guess this place doesn't have a name. Interesting. It's just a nondescript tunnel. Oh. See those spiky things on the ground there? Those are poison traps set by the vulgar militia who inhabit this cave. They also inflict bleed with their weapons, and these guys shouldn't be hard. I mean, if they're anything like the vulgar militia we fought outside in Liurnia, they will not be difficult at all. And they definitely weren't difficult at all. There's an elevator. I think if I were to step on one of those, yep. Oh my God. Okay, we're never doing that. Watch the hell out for those. The red thing lingered on the screen for a while. Okay. I need to do a better job watching out for that. 2 smithing stone level 4s. May the 4th be with you. Stop that. My God. I'm saying that to no one but myself for walking over them all the time. I guess let's take the elevator. That's our only option. I've been raising my voice a lot in, as a reaction to many things recently. Let's stop doing that for a while. Let's continue on calmly and careful. Hi. Hey, this looks different from the other mining tunnel elevator shafts. This is pretty unique. Maybe it isn't just a mining tunnel. I want... God, can you hit the top already? Freaking go down, okay? Oh my God, look how far down it is. It's coming though, it's coming eventually. Yeah, got it. Drop and smithing stone level 5. I wish that excited me more, but do I have a lot of those? Not really, no. I only have 4, so it should excite me a lot. I know my weapons are kind of due for upgrades, but if I'm planning to do everything in the game world, I don't exactly want to overlevel myself too quick for most of the mini dungeons and the things. Like, I've already approached a lot of things kind of overleveled, so if I were to upgrade stuff, any weapons, like now, it might push me over the edge for major things I have planned, such as Caria Manor. So to avoid that, I'm going to keep my weapons at a relatively... Yeah, I guess a relatively low level for now. Hello. Fuck your life. Bing bong. I can't remember what exact video that's from. It's from a video. But I've just started saying it recently for some reason. Oh God. This guy's saying the same thing to me. Please stop spraying that. Cracked crystals. More crystal tunnel thingies. I'm gonna drink my physic. There's a reason why that I feel like using the physic right now. Watch out for poison. Hi. Okay, if the miners are anything like they are in other tunnels, they're going to ignore me as I fight the real enemies in this room. Real enemies had quotation marks around it, by the way. Lightning grease, 2 of them. The real enemies are the poison traps, but don't tell the vulgar militia I said that about their poison traps that they're only using in support of killing me straight on. Hello, you guys will probably get up, so I'm gonna get started right away on you. Wow, okay. Lesson learned. Wait a minute. Lesson learned, use Carian Slicer, and also avoid the vulgar militia who are now here. Boom. Nice job, guys. And who's left? You left. Sorry if you didn't want to fight, but I just need to be sure that I'm not going to be attacked from behind later on in this dungeon. Rune Arc awaiting me. Is there anything under the... Oh, yeah. There's a little smithing stone off to the side. There's actually 2. Both of them level 4s. One of them's a little sad. Hopefully we can cheer up all the somber smithing stones we've collected by pumping them straight into those weapons. That'll make them happy. I think. I hope. I'm pretty sure. Hello there. Let me just kill the... Why are you not reacting to me at all? Why did you... You took forever to start running away. You explode! And give us so much smithing stone level 4 as recompense. Huh. This is looking less and less like a crystal tunnel as I continue. Welcome to the Ruin-strewn Precipice. Quite possibly the most unique mini-dungeon in this game. And one of the longer ones too. It starts out as just any old normal crystal tunnel, but then opens up to this. You remember the structures I was just talking about on the map? Here they are. We now get to climb all over this place. This is going to be the last thing I clear out in this video. Hopefully I get to clear it out at the end. It is kind of hard from what I remember, so yeah. Wish me luck. We're heading forwards. Maybe I can summon... Latenna's not upgraded at all yet by Roderico. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but a good thing I did that. That is nice. In case I die and respawn. Maybe I could always summon in a jellyfish or something. Maybe I could summon anything at all. Like, you know, any spirit ash ever. That would be kind of nice. I don't think I've actually done that in this series so far. I don't think... Have I? I feel like there has to be some enemy that I summoned against. There has to be some mini dungeon boss I summoned. I can't have just been sitting on my spirit ashes doing nothing with them this whole time. But it's entirely possible that that is exactly what I've done. 2 golden rune level 4s. We're getting a lot of level 4 things from this place. No, no, no. It just feels like I can't press B fast enough to dodge their next two hits whenever I get stunned by the first one. I guess because, like, I'm being stun locked in place. You can see the rest of... Oh, God. Jump scare. That actually scared me. Jump scared by my own character. Oh, my God. You can see the rest of Liurnia over there behind my face. Oh, my God. All right. Maybe I should turn off the lantern. I don't really need it out here. But I should prioritize my survival. First and foremost, I did not prioritize my survival very well. We killed each other! Yeah! Got it back, just fine. Just use Carian Slicer on them and they die. They melt. They don't just die, they disintegrate at the hands of Carian Slicer, or I guess at the blade of Carian Slicer. Alright, onwards! And upwards. There's a lot of ladders in this part, if I remember, because From Software doesn't know how to make a scalable thing without putting 5 million ladders to climb up. FromSoft really does love ladders, and it's weird for me to think that doesn't Bethesda's engine did not do ladders until Starfield? Like, it's kind of weird to think that ladders have technically been missing from Bethesda games up this entire time. Until very, very recently. It's just like, because there are ladders in the games, but they're just used as an interaction prompt to send you to the outside or something. And they're never anything you actually climb up. So yeah, there's ladders in all these different games, yet not Bethesda games. It's kind of weird, guys. It goes to show how dumb their engine was. I think they've improved it overall. Like, I mean, whatever you think of Starfield, I think Starfield looks really great, and so does Fallout 4 and Skyrim and stuff. Like, the engine is good for that type of thing. Alright, so as you can see, we have you and no one else? Is that it? Are you actually alone? I don't remember this. I remember there being other bats. Oh, there are other bats. They're just hanging out above listening to it. Okay, cool. We've heard these ones singing occasionally on the open world, but very occasionally. They don't do it very often at all. I think here is probably one of their harder encounters because there's a lot of them. Okay, good. We got you dead right away. Only took a little bit of damage, and now we just have you all left. You'll all be annoying, but I'll take you out. Is that all? It would seem so. Anything this way? I think I've already been that way. Let's go up the ladder. Ah, right, I remember this. So, something's floating there. I don't think it's supposed to be floating there. But you can jump over here, and there is an item on this side. It's a golden rune level 5, if you are brave enough to make the jump. But it's totally doable, and there you go. There's your reward. Got tiny land octopi. I don't think there's too many big ones, thankfully. These ones are really easy. You just kill them to death, and then you kill you to death. And then we start killing other things to death. That's what we've been doing the whole game, basically. We've been going into areas of the world and killing things to death. Hello there. Here. Golden rune level 5. I hear another poison bat up above. Suppose I shall go on up and fight them if there is nothing else down here, which it doesn't seem like there is, aside from the smithing stone level 4. La cream? I agree, ice cream's great. It's been a while since I've had ice cream, because technically it is winter where I live, but it has been, by far, the least snowy winter I have ever seen where I live. This late in December, we've gotten like stacks upon stacks of inches of snow. It has yet to snow, and it's almost the new year. I'm recording this like 2 days before the new year, and it has yet to snow. I feel like nature has to have some way of making up for it. Like, we're gonna get a torrent of snow throughout January and February, or perhaps even like all the way in May, but this is the weirdest winter I have ever seen. There's no snow. Not that I'm complaining. Snow is by far my least favorite part of winter. I enjoy the colds. I enjoy Christmas as well. I enjoy like hot chocolate and all that, but the snow is by far the worst part of the season. It's the only reason I don't absolutely love it. So because of that, it's kind of been the best winter I've ever seen. But yeah, it's also just been a really weird winter. I don't know what to make of it. I kind of like the lack of snow, but also it's really, really unusual. And it's kind of weird. You know, it's just off-putting. Stop eating yourself. Please stop, you cannibal. I don't know if that counts. Are you a cannibal if you eat yourself? I mean, you're eating a human, technically, or you're eating one of your own species, one of your own kind, but you're not eating someone else. So it's like, is that not the same? Is that not quite cannibal definition? I don't know. I should use Carian Slicer on this, but they're so weak to magic, I'd rather just use that. It kills them real easily. Better than I ever could with a sword. Land Octopus Ovary. Thanks for the ovary, I will take it. Move on, Smithing Stone level 3, and Serpent God's Curved Sword, a unique treasure. Curved sword fashioned in the image of an ancient serpent deity and a tool of a forgotten religion practiced on Mount Gelmir. Formerly used to offer up sacrifices, the sword restores HP upon slaying an enemy. We've heard of Mount Gelmir. That's where the, what's it called? The Volcano Manor is. We've heard about the Volcano Manor from Dialos and Raya, who is part of it, apparently. I am, my stance is entirely neutral on Volcano Manor, even though they did kill Liurnia when they didn't need to at all. Hi. Right, I think I remember this. Oh, yeah, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them! May the Greater Will have mercy! Oh god, that's not what I wanted to log on to! I was hoping to take these out first! Oh, stop! Oh no. That's a problem. They're using Cuckoo Glintstone or some variant of it. I gotta go drink a bolus. Drink a bolus. Eat a bolus. Eat this. And then you eat this. 229. Right down the throat. 229 more down the throat. Let's drink Physic. No. I'm in the poison still. Whatever, it's poison. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, really. Here. Okay, Carian Slicer is the way to go. Let's do it. What is that crap you're sending at me? You're like a sorcerer one. You have a hat on as well. You're actually kind of smart, unlike literally every other bat I fought so far. No. You do not stun! Oh god, you do not stun very well! I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing okay. I'm not scared. Are you? That's stupid to be scared of this. All right, you're dead. Oh, before the mini land octopus takes me out, kill it. Okay, eat the bolus. Let's keep going. Oh, the poison was being mitigated heavily by the physic. I really did not have anything to worry about in terms of poison. I did have things to worry about in terms of projectiles and attacks and all that. Right, oh, there's the grand lift down there. Let me take a closer look at those statues. Interesting. Big man with two smaller men. I suppose it's like symbolic of the hierarchy of power. Why else would a statue be significantly bigger than another one? The big statue's probably a king or something. Up and up and up we go to, surprisingly, a site of grace just outside of the boss of this place. That rhymed really well. That was pretty cool, I gotta be honest. I am going to rest at this. I am absolutely not equipped to take care of the threat in the next room. I don't think I'm going to level up yet, because I don't have enough or spend runes on anything else. So I guess, oh, wait, hello, who are you? Blackguard, that's a character wait, is it? Are you the boil prawn guy? Because you kind of look like him. There's also Greathorn Tragoth. That's a character we have not seen. We have 2 optional summons for this fight. I'll consider it, but for now, I'll attempt it solo. That said, I might end up chickening out and just going with the summons anyway, because what we have to fight is a mighty powerful foe. Somewhere. He's in here somewhere. I promise. And he's big, and he's cool. It is a Magma Wyrm. Magma Wyrm Makar, to be specific. Makar is also the name of a Korok in the Wind Waker, so that's kind of interesting. The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. I'm gonna try to attack you with magic. Magma Wyrms are kind of like Lawrence, the first vicar in Bloodborne. Not only do they breathe fire, they also leave it as they move around. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need the summons for this. Oh my god. I'm doing a decent amount of damage, I guess, but not as much as I do to the average mini-dungeon boss, so yeah, this is kind of a problem. It's also got crush attacks that do a lot of damage. Alright. Maybe if I just shut up and focus, I'll do better. I could also call upon the help of one of these. Boom. That's a nice-looking health bar. I wish I could get it that long, because, like, it just bothers me that the health bar isn't longer than the stamina bar for a good chunk of the beginning of the game. Where's my runes? They're hidden right here. Awesome. Alright, attempt 2. I'm gonna apply the same thing. Let's go. I wonder if Karian Slicer does a good job. Part of me seems to think no. Oh, you know what I should try? Dragon Wound Grease. This guy is a dragon of some kind. He is a worm, specifically, but he is of, like, you know, a dragon kin. So, we should try Dragon Wound Grease on him. That could work pretty well. I am in the middle of using Scholar's Armament, though. Right now, this is more interesting to me to try. Alright, good. Good. Back. Okay. Did I take damage from the sword there, or was that the fire I walked into? He's sending that in front of him, so that's not gonna be of any threat to me whatsoever. No! Good thing I had barely enough stamina left to dodge that. And get underneath him like this. I feel like this first phase is pretty easily exploitable, though he's got some attacks that hit for a lot and kind of come out of nowhere. Oh, wow. That's cool. Right in the eye. Or actually right next to the eye. I didn't hit you in the eye. That did not do a lot, to be honest. I could have kept attacking him and probably have done more damage as a result. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to stare into your lungs. You don't exactly have a whole lot in there. How are you alive right now? He's in second phase. He now stands on 2 legs and wields his sword on 2 legs. He's now much more bipedal. This is by far my least favorite of the phases, because some of the attacks that he has in this phase now are do just a ridiculous amount of damage and have a ridiculous wind-up as well. Oh, no. Drink. Physic. Focusing time. I should reapply Scholar's Armament, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. I don't have enough time to sort through my inventory to find the Dragon Wound Grease. I'll do that next attempt if I die. Okay. Alright. Attack the tail. That's the most vulnerable point from this position. I keep baiting him to do an attack in front of himself, and then I turn around. Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. You know, this is kind of fun, I gotta be honest. I didn't expect it to be, but this was fun. There we go. I'm glad I didn't die straight afterwards, thus going like, oh, never mind, it's not fun after all. Magma Wyrm's Scale Sword and a Dragon Heart. And I believe he also unlocks a new ability you can buy from the cathedral. No, he doesn't. Never mind. I wonder if the new power is available at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. It's referring to the fact that you can now buy something else using the Dragon Heart you obtained. Curved greatsword wielded by Magma Wyrms. The shape resembles a dragon's jaw and is covered in hard scales. It's said that these land-bound dragons were amongst human heroes who partook in Dragon Communion, a grave transgression for which they were cursed to crawl the earth upon their bellies, shadows of their former selves. So, supposedly, if you do Cathedral Dragon Communion stuff for a long time, you turn into one of them. Magma Guillotine. Grab the scale sword with both hands as a worm would hold it in its mouth and leap forwards, smashing into the ground and triggering a blast of magma, followed with an additional input to perform a chopping attack. Cool. So, a couple things to know about this area. First of all, those two guys you could summon are not the only summons available. There is one extra character who we will be meeting later who is available for the summon when you eventually meet them. The second thing is, as has been foreshadowed by the Ghost, by Raya, by all those little hints we picked up throughout Liurnia, this does go up to Altus Plateau. If you just continue into the next room here, there's an elevator that will take you right up to it. Altus Plateau is right in front of us, basically. But, as I have said earlier in this video, I would personally rather take the Grand Lift, so that is where our adventure here is going to end. But if you do not want to collect the two halves of the medallion, you go through this mini dungeon and defeat the Magma Wyrm instead, and that is another way you can access Altus. There's actually a third way on top of that, but I'll be covering that at a much later time. For now, we only have a couple places left to go in Liurnia. The secret place around this way, and then Caria Manor. Next time on Elden Ring, we go to those very places. I hope we can get through all of Caria Manor in the next video. I'm sure we can. It's not very long. It's not a legacy dungeon. It's actually a minor dungeon. I tend to call legacy dungeons major dungeons on occasion to go along with that. Thank you all for watching. If you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.